Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the Relentless Performance YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Pete Insorello, owner of Relentless Performance, doctor of physical therapy and performance coach. What you're gonna see today is one of our patients who's 8 weeks out post ACL reconstruction surgery. Today is really cool because what we get to do is establish some baseline functional testing on our force plates using a squat and a rear foot elevated split squat test. What you'll also see us do is a lot of posterior chain activation since her previous session was mostly quad dominant work. I'll check again, just to be sure. Good, still just hamstring? Okay. And then just tightness there, no pain. Okay. All right, so let's try something here. So Lily's a lacrosse player. She actually started 3 weeks before her surgery for some pre-operative PT, which I think honestly really did a tremendous job of like getting her ahead of the curve, you know, when she started back after surgery. The stronger and more fit and more mobile you are going into the surgery, the better off you're gonna be coming out of it because there's just less of a physical learning curve, if you will, to have to climb. I want you to just stay nice and relaxed. So we're gonna keep this leg nice and straight, and we're just gonna stretch the hamstring. Right there, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna come down a little bit. Push your left butt cheek down back to the table. There we go, good. Okay, does that feel okay? All right, so what I want you to do is push your heel into my hand and try to push me back down, okay? Go ahead, yep, go ahead, keep going. Push, 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 push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then fully relax, just your dead weight, and I'm just gonna push a little bit more. Good, and then just take a couple deep breaths for me. Just feeling a stretch through your calf and hamstring? Yeah. Okay. All right, will you give me another push, please? Ready? Yep, go. Push. Good. Big push, big push, big push. Hard as you can. Atta girl, that's it. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. See if we can push that hip back down. Yep, good. A little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Can you give me one more push here? Ready? And go. Yeah, that's it. Big push, hard as you can. That's it. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. One last stretch here, okay? Good. Big breath. Is that okay? Yeah. Just a stretch, right? Yeah. Big stretch. Couple more seconds. Couple more deep breaths for me. 3, 2, 1. And I'll let you down nice and slow. And then we're just gonna bend again, and let's just see if it's better, worse, or the same, okay? And we're there. Heel touching the butt? Yeah. Better? Much better. Okay. Is it a 0? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Awesome. Great. Excellent. All right. Yeah, everything feels really, really good. Let's head over to the turf. Let's grab one of those blue pads and let's start with those stretches that we started to incorporate last time. Okay, I'll go through them with you again. Just grab one of those blue pads. So when she was in full flexion, she was just saying that her hamstring felt tight. So what we did was a technique called reciprocal inhibition, where we essentially just calmed down the nervous system, specifically the musculotendinous units of the hamstring. So we just kind of did like a stretch, contract, relaxation pattern, and then retested it, and then she didn't feel anything. I knew coming into this session we were going to be focusing mostly on her posterior chain, so her glutes and her hamstrings, because when she came in on Monday, that was more of a quad dominant day. I know that she will sometimes have hamstring pain and hamstring tightness, especially when you're flexing that knee 140 plus degrees. Remember, when you flex your knee, that's shortening the hamstring muscle. So that muscle is being fully contracted. So knowing what we had ahead of time allowed me to reduce those symptoms and pretty much eliminate any potential roadblocks that we may have come up with the rest of the session. Doug, how we doing? So let's start with the rock back. So one knee on the pad, one leg straight out to the side, hands out in front of you. Sit back, hold that stretch for 3 seconds, and then come forward. We're gonna do 10 reps and then switch sides, okay? Yep, good. Let's put this around our legs right above both knees. We've done this one before. Let's just do our standing clamshells. 2 sets, 15 per side, okay? Yep, good. Yeah, perfect, Lily. Nice. Okay, very cool. All right. Next, I get to beat you up a little bit, but it's only because I love you, I swear. A couple weeks ago, she was still under a movement restriction for post-op protocol. So we could only bend the knee up to, I believe at that time was 120 degrees. Being week 8 in her post-op protocol, we want to push to tolerance. She has full range in both extension and flexion. So now it's just trying to maintain that because swelling is still going to accumulate. She's a teenager in the summertime, so she's going to be on her feet. She's going to be hanging out with her friends, going to 2 concerts this week, right? So it's expected that that fluid will build up. It's expected that the knee will get swollen. So now it's just a matter of trying to stay on top of it every time that she comes in. All right, I want you to put this on. Got 30 pounds in it. Yeah, can you do that side? I'm gonna walk you through how we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna give you the PVC pipe just to help you balance a little bit. But essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna start one knee down on the pad. When we start our 30-second timer, you're gonna come up 3 to 6 inches up off the pad, and you're just gonna hold this split squat. While you're holding the split squat, I'm gonna work around you, and I'm gonna be giving you all these little bumps. So your job is to hold your balance. I'm gonna give you that PVC pipe, but I don't want you to rely on it too much. Honestly, if you can get to the point where if you can let it go and just handle the pushing on your own, that's kind of what we wanna do, okay? Okay, ready? So come on up. Yep, good. Nice and tall for me. Chest up, show Miguel the logo on your chest. All right, ready? There we go. I'm gonna be gentle to start. I'm gonna get a little bit more mean as we go. Good, drop that back knee a little bit for me. Yep, good, that's it. Yep, good, good. Halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time, good. Pressure, no pain, just pressure. Okay, that's fine. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, good. Tall chest, nice and proud. Good, hold strong, bend that back leg a little bit. Yes, right there, good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time, good. Good, how'd that side feel? Fine? Okay. Same thing, glute, quad. Okay, good. We're gonna do one more set each side, and then we'll move on. Okay? Just skipping past the mobility and warm up, we really started with the split squat hold with the perturbation. So she had a 30-pound weight vest on, she's holding a lunge position, and I'm just going around giving her some nudges on each side that's relatively random. So that does 2 things. Number 1, she has to stay stable against the perturbation. So with any sort of athletics, especially across, it's a contact sport, she's gonna have to maintain stability while going through contact. Oftentimes, it's going to be in a single leg or a split stance position. It's never gonna be 2 feet square on the ground. So for me, like, that was more stability work, but I'm also, everything that I do with her at this point is still an assessment. So, you know, I noticed every time her injured leg was forward and I nudged her from the right side, she had to take a corrective step to balance. So that tells me that she had some weakness higher, more proximal in that hip, and that's what kind of led me to the single leg kettlebell deadlifts. Ready? And let's go. Good, right there. Hold your balance, hold your balance. Halfway. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right, so let me ask you a question. When the pressure came from your left or from your right, did you struggle with it the most? Exactly, yes. So what does that mean? That means that for you, what we need to focus on more is building the strength of this hip, because that is what gets engaged when we try to correct ourselves from any sort of pressure coming from the opposite side. All right, here we go. Last set here. Good. Bend that back leg a little bit, halfway there. Yes, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right, let's take that off. 1, 2, 3. Take a minute, grab a drink. So I wanted to do initial force plate testing. I knew that she was gonna have some asymmetry, but I know that she is able to fully correct it without pain. So I wanted to show her the real-time data so that she can see like, okay, I need to shift a little bit over to my left, and that's symmetrical. And essentially we're just reteaching her how to squat again and what symmetrical actually is. And then we did the rear foot elevated split squat test as well. And ultimately that just tells me two things. It tells me side to side force output asymmetry and side to side concentric velocity asymmetry. How much time do you need until you get to the force plates? All right, so we'll go here next. So we're gonna be on these force plates. What we're gonna do with these for today is we're gonna look at your general side-to-side force output with a regular squat and then with a rear foot elevated split squat, okay? And then eventually, once you're cleared to start running and jumping again, we're gonna do your jump testing on these, okay? Go ahead and step on the plates, right foot on the right plate, left foot on the left plate. Good, stand nice and still. So what I want you to do is you're gonna hold your hands straight out in front of you, and I want just 10 repetitions of a squat to 90 degrees, okay? Just on your own, don't worry about cadence or timing, just 10 squats. Go ahead, whenever you're ready, yep. Good, do one more and then I'm gonna stop you real quick. Okay, good, perfect. So this is your force output, okay? So we can see here how far you're deviating to the right. So what I wanna do for today is I wanna try to get us within a 15% side-to-side differential so that you can feel what it feels like to be symmetrical again. Okay. Second thing is this is essentially your depth, how far down you go. So I want you to be hitting 30 centimeters every single time. And then this right here is your power output. So for today, we're not gonna worry about this, but essentially the faster you come up, the higher your power is gonna be. Don't worry about that for today, at least for this first set. Go ahead and step off real quick. Go ahead, step back on. So I'm gonna show you every single rep in real time, and I want you to make that adjustment with your squats, okay? So arms out, go ahead. Okay, good. We're within our 15%, that's fantastic. I need you to go down just a little bit more, okay? Go ahead. Good, stop. Yep, so now you can see we're 15% on the right, which is right where we wanna be, and then 33 centimeters depth, that's perfect. Let's try to repeat that for 7 more reps, okay? I'm gonna keep that right there so you can see it in real time. Good. Good. Can we get under 10% side to side? Try to bias that left side. Okay, 11. There we go. One more. Excellent. Any pain with that? Good. Okay, so your depth increased as we went, and your power increased as we went. That tells me that this is becoming more and more comfortable for you. So let's step off. I would say it's more along the lines of I'm looking at this 4 weeks out, because that's essentially the phases of her post-op protocol. So really from week 6 to week 10, we're very specific in what are the goals of that particular phase. And that's trying to build as much strength as possible, because at week 12, that's when we can start plyometrics already. That's when we can start running. Without that prerequisite strength, that takes a minimum of 4 weeks to build up, that introduction of plyometrics and running is likely going to be a disaster. So really for me, it's a matter of constant progressive overload every single week and making sure that we are being extremely coordinated from a care team perspective with Miguel and myself. We talk every week about what are the things that we need to accomplish this week for a plan of care. How did we execute that plan? When did we start to incorporate certain things? And ultimately, it's a matter of we have to address her entire lower body, not just the muscles around her knee. So when you look at it that way, it should create a lot of layers of complexity and a lot of pre-planning. We're going to do that again. This time I'm going to give you a weight. There you go. Got that? Yep, keeping it right in front of your chest. And let's do 10 reps, okay? Go ahead. Really nice. Everything's under 15%. Now we're even under 10%. That's fantastic. Nice, very good. Awesome. Look at these numbers. 2% to the left, 15, 11, 12, 4, 8, really, really good. And then your depth is even lower than I originally asked. That's really, really nice. How did that feel with the weight? Same, just pressure, no pain. Okay, great. Did it feel easy, harder, right in the middle? Okay. All right, cool. We're gonna move on so you could step off the plates. Last thing that I'm gonna have you do with the force plates for today is we're gonna do a rear foot elevated split squat. So what this is gonna look like is you're gonna have to step on to weigh in again. Now we're gonna keep just one foot on, other foot is gonna go back, and then I want you to go down to about 90 degrees and then back up. And we're gonna do 8 per side, okay? Stand nice and still. Okay. What side do you want to start with? Bad side. You mean the left side?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead, put your right foot back. I'm going to put my hand here just so you can use me if you need to.
Okay.
But go ahead, this is going to be on you, okay?
Okay.
Good. And now let's switch sides.
What'd you get, 19.7?
Good, one more. Okay, and rest. Easy, hard, right in the middle. Easy.
Yeah.
Any pain? No. Just the same pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'm gonna have you do that again. This time I want you to go down just a little bit further, okay? Let's go ahead and do the left side first. Yep, you don't have to weigh in. I'm just gonna keep it running. Let's go left side first. Yep, whenever you're ready. Good. Yeah. Good. Pause for me. Last 2, I want you to push as hard as you can and try to come up a little bit faster, okay? Push. Yes. Push. Yes. Good. Okay. Nice. Let's switch. Good. 7. One more. 8. Nice. Good. Easy, hard, right in the middle. Easy. Okay. Good. So, same thing, why don't we grab let's go the 10 kilogram kettlebell, we'll swap that out. We're gonna do that one more time, okay? Staying at 8 per side. No, for sure. I mean, that's pretty much what we addressed initially because her knee was very swollen when she first started. She didn't really have a lot of motor control and a lot of strength. And, you know, this is an athlete that never was under any sort of controlled training environment before. So everything was brand new to her. By just getting that full range of motion back before the surgery, getting her to some level of baseline strength, that really did a massive part in making sure that, you know, that transition afterwards was pretty seamless. I'll take that. Go ahead, step on. Okay. Go ahead, bring right foot back. I'm gonna put this in your right hand, and then I'll be on this side if you need me, okay? Okay, go ahead. Good. Little less weight on that right foot. Yep, stay forward. That's it. 7, very nice. One more. 8, good. 7 and 8. Nice, good. All right, so if we take a look here, we can see your left side force output compared to your right. So honestly, only an 8.7% difference. That's really not bad. And then we can look at the side to side difference with your depth. Ultimately, like none of this is bad. This is actually really good for where you are right now. This is something that we want to make sure that we continue to monitor. Yeah, overall pretty good. Traditional physical therapy in insurance-based settings, I think they over-exaggerate the need to address symptoms. Whereas I think for us, we address symptoms in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, but then the rest of the time, we're looking forward. We're not looking at how are they presenting today. We're looking at, well, if they need to be ready in 6 weeks to do X, Y, and Z, this is what I have to do now. We're looking all the way up the ladder to the top. We're not looking at just the rung that we're at right now. And ultimately, you can only make so much gains by looking at and addressing symptoms only. Because if all we did was address symptoms, we wouldn't really get very far. We've done staggered stance deadlifts in the past. So today we're gonna progress it and we're just gonna go pure single leg. All right, so we start with your left foot on the ground. You're gonna hold the kettlebell in your right hand. You're going to have a soft bend in your knee and then reach your butt and your hips back. So you should feel a stretch in your hamstring at the bottom. So we reach back is nice and flat. We touch the kettlebell to the ground, push through that leg and then squeeze your butt at the top. Let's do 8 per side, starting with this 10 kilogram kettlebell, okay? Good, yep. Find that left hamstring and then push and squeeze your glute at the top. Good. Try to reach your butt back a little bit more. And as you're reaching back, I want that right leg to go straight, okay? There you go, better. Good, reach, reach, reach. Yep, reach, reach, reach. Take your time. Same thing on the right side here, okay? Yes, good. Ah, almost. There we go, finish it up. Nice, good. Way to keep that left leg straight. One more. There you go, good. Did it feel the same side to side in terms of where you felt it?
Yes.
Did it feel harder on the left compared to the right?
Yeah.
It did, okay.
Yes.
Just your balance.
Yeah.
All right, good. Form looked great. What I want you to think about for our next 2 sets is as you reach back, we're kind of opening that hip up a little bit. Try to just keep it closed and stay square to the floor, okay? Everything else we're gonna keep the same, all right? Yeah, Lily, better. Use that leg. Load the leg, push through the leg. There we go. Push, push, push. Good. They are hard. They look great though. They look really, really good. A lot of this is honestly like reteaching that brain muscle connection because you haven't done any of this since the injury. You're ahead of schedule. You're ahead of schedule because you came before surgery and we had those 3 weeks of working before your surgery. I think that really puts you in a really good place. So after a major surgery, not everything is gonna feel great. Not everything is gonna be pain-free. Not everything is gonna feel comfortable and okay. There's a lot of things that you have to address. And it's not just like, yeah, she tore her ACL and it's just the ACL that's wrong. Like, no, everything else got pretty jarred up as well. Thankfully for her, there was no meniscus tear, there was no MCL tear. When those 3 happen together, it's called an unhappy triad. That prolongs the rehab experience by quite a bit. So she got lucky. It was just an ACL tear, so she's able to weight bear as soon as tolerant. We were able to really get her walking on like her second visit, no crutches, no support. And you know, Miguel and I did a great job reiterating to her the importance of that. Because ultimately, like when you're at that stage post-op, even walking and balancing on that one leg is going to engage and contract the muscles to the point where it will create a positive stimulus. But of course, you have to add on to that every single week as she gets stronger and more accustomed to it. Good, let that knee bend a little bit more as you go down, okay? Bend, reach that butt back. reach your butt back. There we go, better. Good, load that hamstring, find that hamstring. Nice, great job. Take a minute, grab a drink if you need to. We'll be right here next, okay? We're gonna do a superset here next. So we've done these hamstring curls on this machine before. This time what we're gonna do, we're going to come down with both, really get a good squeeze through the hamstrings. We're gonna lift one leg up and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back down with both, okay? All right, ready? Go ahead, hop in. Good. Pull, 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 pull. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back down. Yep, we're gonna do 5 per side, okay? Good, you feeling those hamstrings? See if we could pull it down a little bit further, okay? Good, pull down. And I want you, keep going. Bring both legs down, pull all the way back here, okay? Go ahead, lift that side up. Good, now fight it. Yeah. Those last 2 inches make a big difference. Yep, pull, 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 that's it, great job. All right, so let's go down a little bit for this side. What was that, 4? Okay, 4 more, please. Just to make up for the difference. Yeah, good, perfect. 2, here we go, 2 more. That's it. Good, perfect. Nice. All right, so we can hop out of there. Now we're gonna do an offset march. So you're gonna hold the kettlebell on one side, hold it a little bit away from your torso, and then we're gonna march with a little half a second pause at the top. So what this is gonna want to do is pull you down and get you off balance. Your job is to keep your core nice and tight, keep that hip sturdy and strong. And we're gonna go down. Once you get down, switch sides and then back. Got that? Good, better. Yep. Keep that leg straight. Yep. Standing leg straight. That's it. Good, lock out that knee. Standing leg straight, lock out the knee. That's it, better. There you go. Nice, Lily, great job. Very nice. Harder than it looks, right? Yeah. We're gonna do 1 more of each, and then I got 1 more ab exercise for you, and then we're done. Okay? Muscles are coming back. Flex your quad. See? That wasn't there before.
There's more there before.
Well, like week 3, I could really see a difference, but since then they've been really close. Yeah. So now I just took that 10-pound plate off. So same thing, make sure you get that full squeeze at the bottom, and then 5 seconds resisting on the way back up. And really squeeze that quad on that left side. Yep. Yep, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. That's it. Nice job. That's it. Yep. Fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. Yeah, good. 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 Yep. Abs tight. Hold that balance. Lock out the leg. Very nice. 3 sets of 10, okay? So up right here. Okay. Yep. Oh, harder than that. Come on. There you go. Good. 7. 9. 1 more. 10. Good. Here we go. Hard. Let's go. That's it. Atta girl. Come on. Good. 5. That's it. 9. 10. Good. way ahead of schedule. But she's ahead of schedule for 2 reasons. One, she did pre-PT, and 2, she immediately started with us after surgery. 7 days after her operation, she was in here ready to work. So there was no transition from another clinic to here. I already knew her, already established a relationship with her prior to the surgery. So she's ahead of schedule, you know? And I think there's so much power to that. And a lot of people, they want to save money by doing the insurance-based practice first and then transitioning like late stage. Well, I can promise you if that's what your intentions are, they're gonna start behind. It happened in every single case that we've seen so far when you're coming from a different clinic. And that's just how it is. But that's because they don't test the way that we test, they don't push the way that we push, and they don't go about the plan of care looking ahead with intention and deliberation the way that we do. Here we go, last set. Good. There you go, I like that. Hard. Yes. 6. 7, good. 8. 9, one more. Nice, good. Done. Great job.
Thank you.
Staying on Monday, Wednesday, right? Okay. Well, have a great weekend. Thank you. Enjoy the mall, the concert, and your birthday party. We'll see you on Monday, okay?